dispersed out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. And, Charles, this defense, you might say they're looking forward to a matchup like this. You like to get a team, I would imagine, when they're down. And this is a group that's lost 4 straight.
But their head coach made it very clear in his weekly media availability that everybody's a threat. We're not taking anyone lightly. He's making sure that we know that he's grinding his team this week because, let's face it, who wants to be the team to lose to someone who's lost 4 straight games?
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw. He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles 7, Vikings nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Sanders. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And some room to work. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Justin Jefferson coming off such a sensational rookie year. He wows him again here with big yardage after the catch. Play action now. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
First down, Eagles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll fire deep for Rager. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7.
21-7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Back to it after the pick-6. Cousin. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 5-yard line.
They'll come up now on second and a yard. A give. This is Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Rosas now to add the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Gun now on 3rd down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Back to throw again. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Vikings 25-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rager catches it left side. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 15-yard line. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that earns them a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 2nd and 20.
A 10-yard loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. He's to the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And it'll be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing his Cousins. Flushed out right. And now here's another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he's got room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That is caught by Thielen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Airing it out deep for Smith. And my goodness, another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They'll roll him out right. This is Smith with the ground. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Eagles 35, Vikings 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. First down. Here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Open man. Once again, it's Thielen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, he flew past 200, 300, 400 yards. Now he's over 450 yards passing on the day.
So what you're saying is oxygen for everyone catching the ball and trying to defend?
Yeah, especially those guys trying to defend right now.
No doubt. They've got to be a confused group because they haven't been able to defend him very well at all. And I think he just wants to keep firing. When you have that kind of a day, you're just locked in. Just keep calling those pass plays.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Flush to his right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
3. To throw, Cousins. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter. So we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half. Tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 47-yard.
2nd and 4. Here's Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To the air again, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run with Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the drive starts with a completion left side. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now here's another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Steps away to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Another run here with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Quick throw complete to Reynolds.
First target, first catch, and a first down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On play action, they'll throw.
That goes out wide to Murray.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's going to let this go for the end zone.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Here's Cousins. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Sanders has the first down and much more as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line.
117 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. This is Smith with a grab. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Extra point attempt here still to come. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. They find some open field here. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Now a first throw here in overtime. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Eagles, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.